Good afternoon, LaShonda here. I am a single mom of two. I am a hairstylist and I have a health and wellness business. I want to come on here and just share something with you. My subject was, what does pain do for you? And I came up with this topic because I was watching a show on yesterday, and actually it was a 4-part series, and they were talking about how women become bitter, and that when we become bitter, we tend to take the pain and all the hurt that we have experienced and hold it in. And while we are holding it in and pushing it down, it comes out on other people. And most of them, mostly men, because they are the ones who have hurt us. But I want to come on here and share with you that, yes, pain hurts, but you can overcome pain. Pain can make you bitter towards yourself and others. You can begin to not like yourself. You can become to be so hard on yourself to where you just are so hard on yourself, and people tell you not to be, but you do it anyway because only you know how you feel. And that's okay, but you have to overcome that pain. Don't let that pain fester and continue to fester. And the best way to get it out is to talk about it. You have to get it out. You have to bring it up and get it out. Even sometimes you may have to cry it out, and that's okay. But if you can find somebody that you trust and know that they won't judge you, talk to them, get it out, and just let them know, listen, I just need you to listen. I don't need your opinion. I just need you to listen. Get it out. Cry it out. Scream it out. And also, those are the downsides of pain. The upside part of pain is that when you are in pain and once you begin to recover a little bit, you begin to realize that pain came to make you stronger. It's made you more wiser and more knowledgeable. And when I say it makes you more stronger, you just have a sense of you got yourself back. You got your mind back. You got your, you're just back to your normal self. But you're stronger. You're able to stand up more for yourself. You're able to speak better about yourself. You are able to give yourself better self-talks and just uplifting instead of you always looking at somebody to do it for you, you start to do it for yourself. And because of the pain, you can become wiser. And wiser means you make better choices next time. You will be able to know what you want, what you don't want, what you're going to settle for, what you're not going to settle for. And especially when it comes to, just say, dating again, you'll be able to ask the right questions. You'll be able to listen to what they are saying to you. Listen to their words. Actually just listen. And you will know if that person is real or not. All because of your experience of pain. This is what pain can teach you. Pain comes to teach you a lesson. And that one is becoming wiser. And you have to learn to become wiser as a woman or even as a man. But because I'm a woman and I've experienced the pain has made me more knowledgeable, more wiser. I'm definitely stronger. Definitely strong because I've learned to stand up for myself. I've learned things that sometimes you go through things and you go through things you never thought you would experience. You go through things that has never been taught to you. And so you have to go through that in order to learn, what to expect, what not to expect, what to take and not to take. And you become more knowledgeable. Like I said, you become more knowledgeable about knowing your wants, your needs. And when you begin to date again, you will be able to speak up for yourself. You'll be able to speak up and not be afraid to say what you feel, not be afraid to say what you want. And I'm not saying that you just go in and say, oh, well, this is what I need from you. No. You just be straight up. Tell them what you're looking for. Tell them what you expect if they want to go on date 2. Just your expectations needs to be higher than what they were before. Your expectations need to be knowledgeable to that person, so they will know if they can deal with you or not. And just say if y'all do end up going on date 2, then guess what? Like I said, you just always keep your ears open, listen more than you talk. And if you find yourself doing all the talking, then that could be a problem, because either they are not a big conversator, or they're just trying to fill you out. And you always want the conversation to kind of go both ways, a back and forth kind of conversation, but like I said, use your woman's intuition. That never steers you wrong. And I know mine works on me sometimes, and I still tend to ignore it. But guess what? At the end of the day, it never steers me wrong. So that's what pain does for you. It makes you a better person. Some people never see that part because they stay stuck in that pain. You can't stay stuck in that pain all your life. You can't. You will never be able to live a happy life. You will never live the life that you deserve, that God wants you to have. Pain is something else, and it will ruin you if you allow it to. And so I was watching that show, and those women had so much anger on the inside of them because they allowed these men to do things to them. They did things because they wanted love. And that's where most of us make our mistakes. We look to these men for love. The only person you should be looking for love towards is God. Until God sends you your husband, or that man that is for you. They were so broken. They just had so much anger. And they fell for these men. And these men hurt them. Hurt them to the core. And they didn't know how to get out of that pain. They didn't. And I was like, wow. I never was like the extent, but it hurt. It hurt a lot. But because of myself, and because of my belief in God, and because of my kids, I had to come up out of that. Because of what I was feeling on the inside, I was reflecting it onto my kids. And I couldn't have that. So guess what? I had to go. I had to go to God in prayer. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and little by little, God helped me up out of that pit that I was in. That is no place to be. That is no place for nobody to be. It will ruin you and everybody else around you. It will have you in a place to where nobody wants to be around you. And that's not a good thing. It's not. Don't hate yourself so much that you start to hate other people. Or that you start to allow other people to hate you. They hate being around you because your attitude is so bad. Because you're so feisty. They can't say nothing to you without you catching the attitude. Something wrong. Something wrong. And if it's you, get you some help. Talk to somebody. Get it out. That's the best thing I've ever done, was get it out. And even I have my days. I have things going on. And I learned to talk about it. Because I know how I was when I didn't talk about it. I found myself in a situation that it was hard to get out of. And it wasn't good. But I had to pray myself up out of that situation. I had to. Because I knew myself was going downhill right along with that person. And I couldn't allow that. And my kids were watching. And I didn't want them to experience that. I didn't want them to see that. I didn't want them to grow up thinking that that was okay, because it's not. It's not. But that's something I want to come on here and share. Just talk about, what pain can do for you. Yes, it will hurt you, but it helps you as well. pain hurts and pain helps. But you have to want the help. You have to want to heal yourself from the inside out. There's different ways to do it. But my way was through prayer and reading. It brought me out of it. That pain will cause a deep depression. That you would be like, I don't know how I got here. But there's always a way out. There is always a way in, and there is always a way out. So do yourself some justice. Do yourself a favor and help yourself. Don't depend on nobody else. Help yourself to want to get help. You have to. And if you don't want help from anybody, go to God in prayer. And He will deliver you. It's not going to be easy, but He will bring you out. He will bring you out. It's the song that I love. And it says, He carried me through. He will carry you through. He will carry you through. Just believe Him. Depend only on Him. Give Him all of you. The same way you would give yourself to a man, give all of yourself to God. And watch Him do His perfect work in you. Because you deserve it. You are worth it. Always remember that. Don't ever let anybody else tell you any different. That you are not enough. Or that you are not worth it. Or you are a nobody. Because it's not true. Because if it was, God wouldn't still have you here. He still has you here for a reason. But you have to figure that out for yourself. You have to want to know why does He still have you here? That person didn't make you. That person may have broken you, but that person didn't make you. Remember that. And that was a revelation to myself just now. That person did not make me. He broke me, but he didn't make me. And because he didn't make me, I was able to come up out of it. And the person that helped me come up out of it was God. That was good. Remember that. That's something to hold on to. People will hurt you, but God will never hurt you. God will save you. If you just lean on Him, if you just trust Him, if you just talk to Him. Just like I'm talking to you now, talk to Him. He's listening. He's always listening. He's always listening. He's always watching. And just know, before you even went into that bad situation, He was already at the end of it. He already knew you was going to go through it before you even got to it. He knew it. But guess what? You had to walk that thing out. From the beginning all the way to the end. All the pain, all the crying, everything. You had to walk it out. That was your journey. That was your testimony. Everybody has a testimony. Everybody has a story. I have one. And I've shared it on here a couple of times. I don't think I have shared the entire story. But my story is worth it. My story is worth sharing to help somebody else. And I truly believe that is my calling. It's just been something that has just been pulling on me for a very long time. And I'm like, I have to, start sharing and just talking about it, because I know it's going to help at least one person. And if I help just at least one person, I'm okay with that. That's good enough for me. Because that one person will get healed. Then that one person will go and help another person. Then that one person will go help another person. That's what I want. That's what I want for us as women. Because we are strong. And most of us don't know how strong we are. We don't know. And sometimes we don't find out until we done went through the fire. And I came out on the other side. And that's just how it is. It's life. But if you can make better decisions, don't make the same mistakes you made before. Don't go back to the same type of situation you were in before. Do something different for yourself. Talk different. Walk different. Love yourself first. Give yourself all of you before you give all yourself to somebody else. You won't hurt you. God won't hurt you. But people will. Well, is it intentional? Sometimes. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes they just don't know. And that's okay. But you remember who you are. You are somebody. You are somebody's child. You are somebody's mother. You are somebody's sister. You are somebody to somebody. So when somebody tell you are nothing to them, that's fine. Because you are everything to somebody else. Don't let nobody ever take that from you. Ever. I've learned that. Is it easy to get to where I'm at now? It wasn't. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. And it's not easy. But I'm wiser. I make better choices. You know, I know certain paths I don't want to go down again. And sometimes it will hurt to let something go that you just thought was just good for you, or you thought it was going to work. It's okay to walk away. You got to do what's best for you. You got to make you happy. You make you happy first, and everything else will fall into place. Because people will always let you down. They will always disappoint you, but you will never disappoint yourself. The only way you will disappoint yourself is if you allow somebody else to hurt you or disappoint you, because you depended so much on them. I've learned that, and that was a hard lesson. A hard lesson. But I thank God because I'm still here. And I thank God for the pain, because it was a lesson, and I'm able to help somebody else. I'm able to help other people with it. And I have a daughter, and I will be able to share with her what that looks like. Can't tell her what it feels like, but what it looks like. And I just pray that she take the words that I say to her and recognize the signs. Listen for the signs. You know, you can't protect your kids at all costs, but you can give them the lessons of life. And pray when those lessons of life come, they could think back and say, well, my mama told me this, so I know this isn't right. So I learned a lot on my own. And I thank God that, because it made me not do those same things again. So, but that's why I want to come on here and share this evening about pain and what it can do for you. So don't ever think you can't go through it, because you can, and you will. There's no way around it. But it's good for you. It's good for you. That pain hits, you tell yourself, I will overcome this. I will overcome this. And Lord, help me. Lord, change me. Those words, I still say those words to this day. Lord, change me. Because it helps me to look at things in a different light. It helps me to look at people in different, in a different way. It kind of helps me kind of like to see through them. Like, I didn't see that before, but now I see it. Or I didn't hear that before, but now I hear it. So it just makes you more visible. It just helps you pay more attention to details. Not what you want to hear, not what you want to see, but to the details. But yes, pain helps. Pain makes you stronger. Pain makes you wiser. And pain makes you more knowledgeable. Always. Always. Think before you speak. When somebody's talking to you, listen to every word. Be slow to speak, but listen to every word. Speak what's on your heart. And don't ever be afraid that you will push that person away because of what something that you feel is right for you. Because if they catch an attitude or they walk away from you, then it wasn't for you. Speak what's on your heart. Speak what's on your mind. And just know that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be harsh about it. But it could just be in basic conversation. But sometimes you don't know what you have learned until you get into another situation or to a situation that approaches you and you respond to it differently. Or you listen or you heard something and you make them repeat what they said. And you can either say no or yes. Pain. That's what it does. It helps. That's what it can do for you. It can help you if you let it. Once you get past all that hurt, pain will help you become a better person. It will. And it will also change the people around you. So just know, with pain comes change. Change that's not good and change that is good. You got to go through both. But make sure at the end of it, your pain was worth something. Your pain turned out for your good. Just make sure of that. But believe in yourself first. Believe in yourself that you can get through it. And you will get through it. Wow. That was something. But it's amazing to see women go through things. And sometimes you think you're the only one going through something. But you see other women struggling with the same thing. But some of them got them worse. Because their attitudes are like on zero. And you are like, how in the world? Or how do people deal with you because your attitude is so bad? You know, you snapping. I just thank God mine didn't get to that place. Because not only would I have hurt myself, I would have been hurting my kids as well. Because when you have kids and you experiencing that pain like that, it will rub off on them. You would be yelling at them, probably cursing at them. You wouldn't be yourself. You wouldn't be yourself. So that's why I try my best to stay prayed up. Always, have the right attitude. And anytime my kids ask me, Mama, are you okay? Then I know something is wrong with me. I knew they saw something in me that I need to correct. So they really keep me on my toes. So they are my blessings. And I love them so much. But just remember, pain can help you. Good or bad. It makes you stronger. It makes you wiser. And it makes you more knowledgeable. But just always remember, you have to go through it to get to the other end of it. You have to go through the bad to get to the good. And it's worth it. But put you first. Love yourself first. And if you need help, go to the man who will always help you, who will never leave you. And that's God. That's all I can tell you. God and prayer. Trust me. Now I'm on here talking about this now because God and prayer. Yes. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful, and I hope this helps somebody. If you want to know more about me, go to my Facebook page. That's LaShonda Lurks, LASHAWNDA LURKS, and I hope this touched at least one person. If you are watching the replay, if you can, just share this out with somebody who you think will need this. And that's it. Y'all have a good night.